If any one player personifies the youth of the Michigan Wolverines, it's the quarterback who wore number 13 for Flint Southwestern High School, Rick Leach. Leach was a three-sport star for the Colts. He ended up turning down a Major League Baseball bonus to play quarterback for the Wolverines. Rick is one of those you knew was going to be a star athlete even before high school.
Well, Rick has always had outstanding ability. He's been very interested in sports since he was, well, I'd say 1-2 years from that on. He had good agility, and he's been very interested. We haven't pushed him. He's had the interest. I've helped him all along. We try to take him to games, try to work with him on the things that he wants to without pushing him. And he's just one of these youngsters that has ability, he has the dedication, and he has goals in life, and he set them up.
Well, we watched him play when he was at Zimmerman Junior High, and he certainly looked like an outstanding quarterback to us at that time. And when he came here as a sophomore, we really weren't sure if he was going to crack the starting lineup or not. We were going to give him an opportunity to, but we wanted him to win the spot. And he did that. After 4 ball games, he won his chance to start, and he started every game after that. And I think in high school, I think we only lost 2 or 3 games all the time he was quarterbacking.
Rick's statistics at Southwestern were impressive, to say the least. In his senior year, he completed 108 of 207 passes for over 1,600 yards and 23 touchdowns. He also rushed for 264 yards. For his 3-year varsity career, Rick had 243 completions, good for 3,473 yards and 50 touchdowns. In the words of his coach, he was a winner.
Well, he's got a tremendous amount of self-confidence. He believes that he's the best, and he's going to get the best out of his teammates also, so that the total team can win. He's a great competitor, and his competitiveness spreads to everybody else on the ball club. And he never stops pushing himself. He'll do whatever he has to do to be number one. And I think that's probably the reason that he's a great athlete.
With Rick's impressive passing statistics, many were surprised to see him choose the University of Michigan, where Bo Schembechler prefers the run to the pass. Bo can thank baseball.
Well, probably the main reason was I'm very close with my family, and I wanted to go to a school that was close to home so they'd have the opportunity to come down and watch me play, and Michigan was very close to home. And also when Coach Schembechler told me that he'd give me the opportunity to play baseball, that made up my mind to come down here.
Well, I was pleased. Of course, we wanted Rick to go to the institution that he wanted to go to, and there were a couple of things to consider. One, obviously football, but 2, he wants to play baseball. And we wanted him to go to school where he'd have the combination, or he could have the opportunity to participate in both. And it was Rick's decision. It came right down to it, and no question about it. Bo Schembechler is the guy that influenced Rick to go to the University of Michigan.
Among those very surprised to see Rick choose the maize and blue, his former high school coach, Dar Christensen.
Yes, I was, and I was a little disappointed at the time because I thought there were some other schools that would have given Ricky an opportunity to throw the football more than Michigan. But I do know that Ricky has a tendency to accept any challenge, and I think the man that he's playing for now is the guy that he really wanted to play for, and I'm sure that that Bo isn't going to change his style completely. But when you've got a quarterback that's as good as Ricky is, you're going to have to utilize the talents that the kid has, and I'm sure that you will see Michigan pass more, and I'm sure that the other people that doubted his choice are going to realize too that Ricky is going to be successful, and they're going to have to revolve around him. That's the way it's going to have to be.
Probably the toughest thing was just going through the learning process of, you know, what Big Ten football is all about, and all the physical, you know, how big everybody is and how quick and how strong they are. And once I've learned how to adjust to that, I think I'm doing a pretty good job now, and I'm just trying to improve week by week and do the best job I can.
Actually, I think you started studying the playbook before you got out of high school, didn't you?
Oh, yes. After I signed my tender in the spring, they sent me their playbook, and I studied it hard all spring and during the summer.
No, and the funny thing is, a lot of people now, when they go to the stadium down there, they just accept the fact that Ricky's the starting quarterback. And I think, you know, all the hoopla, or whatever you want to call it, is all over with now. They forget that this kid is only 18 years old. He hasn't had any college experience except what he's getting out there on that playing field at that particular time. And the accomplishment that he's making, Ed, has just been tremendous. I mean, it is just fantastic what that kid has done.
Rick Leach and his performance this year.
Oh, I think he's everything that we thought he would be. He's a marvelously talented athlete and amazing maturity, which is the thing that I counted on. That it just seemed to me that he's the type of youngster who was born to compete. And he loves competition, and he does not fluster under pressure, and I don't think he will Saturday.
Tell me about Bo Schembechler. What's he like?
When I first came down here, I had mixed emotions. I had heard a lot about how he's, you know, a tyrant and so hard to get along with and everything, but I found him a completely different man. I love playing football for the man. He's been excellent to me, and he's taught me a lot about the game of football. I've just been very happy down here.
Rick's happiest football day down at Ann Arbor this fall occurred on November 8th as the Wolverines met a very good Purdue team. Rick was almost flawless in the 28-0 victory and had his best day as a collegiate. He hit on 6 of 9 passes, 5 to Jim Smith. The 6 completions were worth 218 yards and a touchdown. In addition, he rushed for another 68 yards and another 6-pointer. It was his best day for the Maize and Blue.
That's definitely, I think, is my best game. I think our team, we all knew we had to play an excellent game to beat Purdue. They were very tough, both offensively and defensively, and we really were jacked up for the game, and we just came out and did a good job, and, you know, things fell in our favor.
You hit some nice passes, too.
Oh, it was the first time all year. I had a little difficulty earlier in the season, and my confidence wasn't like it should be, but after I hit my first couple, I gained a lot of confidence in our passing ability, and we just hit some, and Jim Smith was open most of the day, and we had a pretty good day.
He had a super day, too, Smith did.
Yes, he's an excellent receiver. He has great hands and great moves, and once you get him the ball, he'll take care of the rest.